Here, I have 10 new manga series you may have missed in 2025. As a manga collector for just about 6 years now, I also fall into the routine of going to the manga store once a month to pick up the latest volumes of my favorite series. Although there are hundreds of volumes of manga that hit the shelves every year, I feel like it's important to shine a spotlight on the manga that are just getting their print debut this year. Before we get started, these are just the series that I ended up picking up physically, so if there are any series that I may have missed or that you guys want me to check out, please leave a comment down below letting me know obviously the title, but also a quick summary. I love to hear from you guys and know exactly what I may be missing. So the first series on this list is actually one of the first manga to come out this year. That series is Rui Dragon by Masaoki Shindo. This series follows Rui Aoki, a regular teenage girl who slowly finds out that her missing father was a dragon. After sprouting horns from her head, she slowly discovers new dragon abilities that she inherited, usually at the worst possible time. Rui Dragon tackles the school life and coming of age story with a fun fantasy twist. Honestly, it's one of my favorite series to come out of Shonen Jump recently, and even with the hiatus of Masaoki Shindo, it is one of the series that just feels wholehearted and relatable as one of the newer series to come out of Shonen Jump. Moving on, the next series I have is The Bugle Call, Song of War by Mozuku Sora and Higuro Toumori. Luca is a battlefield bugler who has his sights set on becoming a maestro and leaving the war behind. After being critically injured on the battlefield, Luca awakens the ability to create beams of light using the sound of their bugle. On the verge of death, a helmeted man named Pontiff saves Luca and introduces him to other individuals who have similar powers to him. This strategic fantasy manga gives the feel of playing a tactical roleplay game, similar to games like Fire Emblem, as you watch characters learn and use their abilities together in order to take down rival empires. Next up is another fantasy series that came out this year, Tower Dungeon by Tsutomu Nihei. This series opens with an evil sorcerer slaying and replacing the king, then kidnapping the princess to a spire called the Dragon Tower. Running low on troops to help the rescue effort, the kingdom requires each town to send someone to the front lines. Yuva, a strong farmer who has been watching over his grandparents, volunteers to the front line with only a buckler and a helmet. This manga places an inexperienced hero in the front lines of an ever-changing dungeon, with new monsters around every corner. This next manga was a series that caught my eye last time that I was in Japan in 2023, and now has finally made its way overseas. That series is Kindergarten Wars by Yo Chiba. Nothing grabs your attention more than a manga series with a teacher holding a blicky. And in this manga, the government implemented a top secret mission at Kindergarten Noir. In order to protect the children of high-profile individuals, captured assassins and hitmen are promised a reduced sentence if they can act as a countermeasure to potential threats. One of these teachers is Rita, a highly skilled assassin who gets sidetracked by her objective to not be single, just like me. What I like about this series is the contrast between intense action, dumb-looking kids, and sweet moments. Speaking of watching over children, I gotta take a moment to address the angry commenters on this video and the TikTok audience. Just give me a second. Hi there, KanaManga here. As you guys can see, we're currently in the middle of shooting our 10 new manga series you may have missed in 2025. Now, with a series like this, we're trying to go ahead and help you guys find new series that you guys may not have known about throughout the year. But there will be people in the comments who will constantly ask me, do you have this book? Do you have this book? Do you have this book? How dare it's 2025 and you didn't mention my favorite series that came out this year? You are a fake manga collector. So, I'm going to make this really short titled video for you guys in a vertical format because I know this is the easiest way to reach you. Anyways, here you go. Top 5 manga that people constantly ask me for that I may or may not have, but I know came out in 2025. And it is starting to get really annoying, and I'm glad that the year is ending. Cool. In order to answer your question of do I even have these series, the answer is no, yes. Okay, get ready for the rapid fire list. Here we go. Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, Baki Kingdom, The Climber, and last but definitely not least, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7, Volume 1, Steel Ball Run. This is Gyro and his green lips. This is my book. Please do not make out with my book. I do not want my cover to be soggy. Anyways, cue the theme song and let's get back to the original video. to see them. Getting back on topic, for this next series, we have to turn the clock back to fall of 2022. In that season, there was an anime series that introduced the world to a pink-haired girl who played in a small band. Even though she was dragged on stage every night by her fans, they ended up stealing the show with their great performance. No, not that one. Yes, that one right there. Here is Bochi the Rock side story Kikuri Hiroi's Heavy Drinking Diary by Aki Hamazi and Kumicho. This spin-off series follows the lead singer and bass player of Sick Hack, Kikuri Hiroi, whose happiness spiral of alcoholism gets her into weird and funny situations. Everyone can relate to an artist trying to get by on their passion in art. But Kikuri, just don't be Kikuri. Next up, we have an American Manga Award nominee. Set during the height of the 30 Years' War, Isak by Shinji Makari and Double S follows a wandering ronin who crossed the sea for one reason. Armed with a matchlock gun and a katana, Isak uses his skills to hunt down the man who killed his master. This historical fiction series balances detailed, large-scale battle scenes while keeping you focused on the main character's thirst for revenge. If you guys like series like Vinland Saga, I highly recommend Isak. It is definitely one that not a lot of people are talking about. Moving from matchlock guns to another long-range weapon, I bring you a series that just hit the shelves a few days ago. Love Bullet by Inni brings a more modern take on the concept of cupids. In this story, people who have passed without experiencing love have the opportunity to get a second chance at life, if they can become the matchmakers for others. This has a good blend of gunplay action and relationship drama that keeps the reader hooked. I know that there was a lot of buzz around this series coming out, but honestly, it lives up to the hype. Before we hop into the last 3 series on this list, if you've been enjoying this video so far, please let me know by gently pressing the like and subscribe button. A lot of people will tell you to just smash it, but I'm pretty sure the buttons have feelings too. I have 2 questions for you. Do you guys like maids? Okay, good. Now, do you guys like skateboarding? Now stay with me here. What if we just put them together, okay? That's literally what the concept of Made to Skate by Suzushiro is. This series follows a manner of skateboarding maids and their everyday lives while improving their skills. The mangaka Suzushiro originally started off this concept as a Twitter series before building the story around it, but this series is a passion project that combines the refined aesthetic of maids while teaching you the technical skills of not only skateboarding, but also being able to build a deck as well. The other thing to mention here is that Suzushiro has a store. If you guys want to check out the merch for just skateboarding maids in general, I'll put a link down in the description. I honestly think that the designs are like really cool. This next series was recommended to me by one of my early viewers, and I decided to give it a shot. Here is Tune Into the Midnight Heart by Masakuni Igarashi. In this manga, we follow Arisu Yamabuki and his search for a girl who is the voice of Apollo, a radio host on the Midnight Heart Tune radio broadcast. One day, he hears her voice over the loudspeaker in the school and barges into the broadcast room to realize that it's one of 4 girls, all who have dreams and aspirations to do voice work. Although Tune Into the Midnight Heart is a harem series on the surface, the genuine intention of the main character to help all 4 girls reach their goals while keeping romantic tensions high is what keeps me coming back for more. The last manga for this video is a series that I wasn't expecting to like, but I fell in love with the second I got a copy in my hands. Isekai Samurai by Keigo Saito tells the story of Ginko Tsukisuba, a female samurai who wishes to be respected as a warrior. After the Battle of Sekigahara, Ginko was one of the lone survivors, but was denied her death on the battlefield. Having her hands stained by the blood of hundreds of samurai, and now dubbed the Sword Demon, she reluctantly goes to a temple to pray. Instead of praying for forgiveness, she asks for stronger opponents. The deity grants her her wish and sends her to a world where the humans are now the bottom of the food chain. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of isekais, so I was really reluctant to start this, but the detailed art, 2-page spreads, the art switch for comedic timing, and Hinko's resolve as a character is what keeps me coming back for more. And that wraps up the 10 new manga series you may have missed in 2025. If you guys want any of these books for yourself, I have Amazon links to all the books in this video down in the description below. And if you guys are curious about not only this pile of manga, but everything else that you see back here, we just made a video on that, so feel free to click right over here to go ahead and check that one out as well. Once again, thank you guys for watching, hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to read more manga. See you guys on the next one.